Good morning, we have skipped day 3, so we're on day 4 now, and my chassis post has turned up along with the rain, so apologies if it sounds loud in the background, but I'll try. I can't get the Porsche outside because it's raining, so I'm going to try and get the chassis post into the workshop and see what we're working with. If you haven't seen this video before, or the Caravelle before, please click in the top right hand corner, go and watch the reveal. I bought my wife a T6 Caravelle as a surprise, and basically I need to fix it before the family holiday, which is in 6 days, which is now in 2 days. If that makes sense. Bloody looking at it, I think I got half a van. I was joking when I said I was going to get half a van, but I genuinely have got a quarter of a van. Like, I did not expect to get this much. I have just gone through what I have here and what I think I need. I've just phoned up Volkswagen, managed to persuade them to get me overnight parts from Japan. I mean, in from tomorrow. So they will be here tomorrow morning, which will be Saturday, because otherwise VW Group don't have deliveries on Monday, which means it would have been Tuesday, which is too late. So I've got what I think I need to build all this up. So I've ordered so this is the bottom section fuse box. I've got a mid section and a lid, all the screws. There's a couple of these I need. Also the screws for the lid, battery tray clamp. I've ordered a bumper bracket and washer jet clips as well. So all that should be coming tomorrow, which leaves me time to crack on and remove from this what I want.
Luckily, the lower fuse box lid was intact, and 3 bolts later, it was removed.
So I've cut the section out. I didn't bother filming cutting it out because it was just the same process as cutting this side out. But we can see the 2 pieces side by side. So I have cut a little bit more, or sorry, a bit less off this, more off the van. So it gives me about 1 centimetre of leeway, so I can kind of finesse it and get it so it's the right shape. So now we need to basically get it in position. I've done loads of measurements. So I've done measurements from loads of different parts of panel to the van. Done like crossways measurements, these ways measurements, so I know where I've got to be bang on. So yeah, I was going to test fit everything up now, and then it'll be a case of cleaning all these joins up and yeah, getting ready to spot weld it back on. I'm also going to use some structural bond as well to put over these bits as well, just to help it a bit more. Also, she is in position, everything is spot on. So as I said, I've done loads of measurements from like holes to these holes here, points to points on the car. I've done loads of measurements and they are all bang on. So really happy with that. So all I've got to do now, even got my line pretty much perfect here as well, and down there as well. So we just need to clean up everything here, do my holes overlap for a spot weld. Not quite, which is good. So if not, we just have to drill some more holes, spot weld all them brackets in down here. And yeah, just basically just get it all into position, all welded up, ready to go. And just like that, a haircut later, we are on D-Day. This is the day before holiday now, so I don't know if that's day 5 or 6, if I'm honest. But I'll show you what I've done. Now, because it's actually been 2 days since I worked on the car, or the van, the bus, I can't actually remember the last thing I showed you on camera, but it is all in position. I ended up going to town, and as well as tacking it into position, I also structural riveted this bit here, and also use structural bond all down the bits where it is just coming into contact with other parts. So all around here, all around here, all underneath, I used structural bond. What I did try to do, I tacked it into place with an electric welder, which is crap. So I've got someone coming out today at 11 to weld. So they're going to weld all this up. So that should be, I mean, it is absolutely solid as it is. but obviously we need to weld that up as well. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be stronger than what it was before it left the factory. So it is all in position, so I can start building stuff up. I've just test fitted the battery tray. That's another thing as well. That's another brace as well, because it actually bolts to that and the inner side as well. That is all good. So I'm gonna try and concentrate, I think. No, I can't even build the fuse box up because we'll need to weld in there. So it's a bit annoying really. I'm kind of a bit stuck until the welding's done, and I don't have time to be stuck. Right, because there's not too much I can do at the moment, I'm going to concentrate on trying to work out this jumble and trying to work out where it sits all in the relay slash fuse box. So when I do go to put it together, it shouldn't take me too long. So
once I'd mimicked the other one and removed the 3 bolts were actually broken for the under tray on this, the new one went on really easy. All 3 locating loads absolutely spot on, as you'd expect. It is now just about trying to work out where the hell all these wires go, because it's just not obvious.
So I've just got to stop the video there because we've just launched an incredible car on Compete for Cars, and sorry, no, it's not going to be the Focus RS in the background there. It is this Astra VXR Nürburgring limited edition, absolutely mint, immaculate car as well. Let's check it out. So here it is, Astra VXR Nürburgring. This is number 128 out of just 835 made worldwide, and that was to celebrate the time that it went around the Nürburgring back in the day. Now these things are very rare and starting to become very collectible, especially this one. It is only done 65,000 miles and it is absolutely immaculate. Standard on the outside, but it is stage 3 tuned under the bonnet. We'll show you that in a moment, but this is a very high factory option as well. We have AFL headlights, which is a factory option, and we have the CD70 nav as well, which is a factory upgraded option. It also has keyless start, which I believe was actually factory. I'm going back now sort of 12, 13 years, because I used to have one of these back in 2010, but this one is absolutely immaculate. And one of the major cool things about this car is it had a Remus exhaust straight from the factory. And you can probably see on the tips there, look, Remus exhaust. I don't know if you can see it, but it says VXR there. So that is the factory exhaust it left with. So when I say this is kind of factory on the outside, everything else has been done to it. So we've had major upgrades to the underneath. We've got poly bushed throughout. It's got white line anti-roll bar. The underneath is immaculate. I mean, just look at all the wheel arches. They are perfectly white. This car has been very well looked after indeed. We can see there's just Nürburgring touches absolutely everywhere in the headrest as well. Well, actually not, just below the headrest. There's a nice picture of the ring there, look. And the CD70 nav, which is the colour option. Let's just pop the bonnet. And just look at this engine bay as well. So this is a stage 3 Courtney Sport, running around 300 PS. So it's nothing major. I mean, back in the day, you weren't getting major power out these. I think these were 260 from the factory because of the exhaust. So this one has been a subtle upgrade to around 300. But yeah, absolutely immaculate under here as well. Let's just start her up. Mad to think that that is completely factory. So guys, to be in with a chance of winning this absolutely immaculate and collectible car, click the link in the description, go over to Compete for Cars. Tickets are £1.99 each, and you'll also get a runner-up and a third prize as well. So the runner-up will get £1,000 cash, and the third person will win £500 cash as well. So there's 3 chances to win. So click the link in the description, go and get your tickets. I've done that thing again where I've bought a car that I want, and now I don't want to give it away. Brilliant. I mean, I'm sure I've just done that car absolutely no justice whatsoever. It is literally perfect, but back to the Caravelle. Right, so good news, welding has just been completed. We ended up going over, because the gap was slightly too big, so we ended up cutting out another piece of chassis which is identical and kind of overlapping it. So then we welded in 2 pieces, done the same with those 2 sections as well. So it's like double weld, double strength. I mean, I'm fairly certain this piece is more solid now than the other side. So really happy with that, all in position, all ready to go. So now I just need to start building up the fuse box area and try and work out exactly where the order. I mean, I don't know.
Trying to work the order out of this was not fun. There was no rhyme nor reason to anything. Anything could go anywhere. The wires were completely interlinked with each other. There just didn't seem like there was an obvious place for anything to go, and I'm sure I'm saying in a minute, but there was just no help online at all. I couldn't find any diagrams. So after around about an hour of just messing around, trying all different types of formations, I eventually got there and made sense of it.
We have done it. 1 hour later, with help from absolutely nothing online, I've managed to find out the route of the fuse box, relay box, ECU box. And as I said, I went on Google, I went on Elsa, that was in German, so it didn't help me. I went on everything to try and find any pictures of this fuse box, relay box at all, anywhere, and I couldn't. So if anyone wants to know the layout of this, feast your eyes. All the wires kind of jumble up underneath. We have our main relay box, which gets positioned on a bracket on here. This fuse board clips into the top section here. We have another mainly connector that sits down, clips into the side down there. It's just come out at the moment. We have our ECU that goes inside its housing and then clips into a bracket here. And we have another, I don't know what's under there actually, but that sits in the fuse box lid there, because I have the midsection, you can see the cutout for it, and I've got the roof which has its own part attached, the new part. So that will just then, once I remove this broken box, that will clip into the top part and that'll be done. And with our battery terminals, we've got one that just is separate anyway, negative, and then we've got our positive terminal which comes out of the board with this little hose here. You can see the little indent there, that's where that comes out. So we're going to get that on, battery tray on, battery in, and yeah, that's going to be the main problem done. So that is now the repair done as far as I'm concerned. It's now about putting all the new parts on and getting it running and checking everything works. So everything in this corner is now all built up, fuse box all in, battery all in, all connected. Got lights on now that you can see in there, look, so everything's good as far as I'm concerned there. It is now just a case of putting it all back together and testing it up. But if I'm honest, I'm not optimistic because I've got just over an hour until my MOT slot, which is the last one of the day. That's what's really holding me back here. I mean, if I didn't have to have an MOT, obviously I could work through until the morning to get this done, but 4 o'clock is my deadline, and yeah, it's not looking good. But stop waffling, let's get on with it.
Seeing as we're very short for time, I'm just going to stick this on one long time lapse. We'll see you when it's done. Yes, I've driven it out, it is done, it's outside, it is now ready to take it down for MOT. The only problem is my MOT slot was 2 hours ago. That's it, I have failed. I'm sad, but I'm not sad because, yeah, this has been pretty cool. It's the MOT that's really done it, because the latest I could get a slot for was 4 o'clock. And if I didn't have to have an MOT, obviously, them few extra hours would have been absolutely fine. I mean, it's fine now. It is ready to go now, but it's just that MOT, it's done me over. And I'm pretty sure also, because the ACC we've disconnected, that has to be recalibrated. And I'm pretty sure that would fail an MOT because it's coming up as a warning. I don't know how strict they are getting with MOTs these days, but that would have been an issue as well. That's the only fault that's showing on the car, just the ACC. So yeah, it is a bit gutting. I have already told Alicia that she will be going down in the Kodiaq and not the Transporter. I mean, it is a bittersweet because from my point of view, I won't be worrying about it breaking down for the first 50 miles and ruining the family holiday. And so there's silver linings, but let's just have a look round it. So it has actually gone really, really well. And I don't know what to do. I prefer the bonnet all in blue. I don't think it would look as good if it was white like it should be. But I don't know how you can get away with the wing cut off bit there. But let's just have a look at the, I mean, it's brand, it's literally factory. There is no, it all just bolted straight on absolutely perfectly. First time. So there are a few things I've got to tweak. The bonnet needs a slight, I mean, I've just literally put the bonnet on as it came. So it needs a very slight tweak here. In fact, I don't know if it does. It might not, it might be all right actually. There's a few things like this bottom splitter bit here, this quite thick bit, that must have been resprayed in the past because that is full of stone chips. So that is gonna that needs to be done. Also this, I don't know if this has come off a Transporter Caravelle, I don't know if there's a pack or not, but this bumper has like plastic guards here. You can see where I've just ripped this one off just to see what it's like underneath. And you can see this is my old wing, which is fine. This doesn't have them. But if we go around to this side, you can see that this new wing has these plastic trims on and on the bumper. So they need to come off. So that unfortunately means that the bumper might need, and the wing might need respraying, because I don't know, I'm pretty sure the glue is going to have taken off the paint. So that's a bit annoying. That's pretty much it on the front end. Other than that, it's sweet. Obviously we've got my damage down the side and that scuff on the rear. The interior is pretty sweet. Just needs obviously a good valet. Very good valet in fact, but yeah, there's no damage to the leather, thank God. So this is all good. And it also drove down the bottom of the yard absolutely perfectly, as you would imagine. So another silver lining is at least my wife won't have to see it in this state, like 90% done, just done, but a bit messy. At least when she now sees it, it will be 100%. So while we're on holiday, I'm going to try and get it off to the body shop and get all this done, all the repairs done to make it look 100%. There's a few little things that I haven't been able to get, like there was a connector for the fog light was smashed, so I need to get a new one of those, but that wouldn't have affected obviously this week. What else was there? Was that it? I think that was it actually. Yeah, I think that was it. So that is it for the Caravelle, guys. Smashed it out in 2 videos. Quite nice to actually do a video or do a project in a couple of videos. Let me know what you thought of this video and the project, guys, and what you think to the Caravelle overall. And also the two-tone paint. I know it's factory with the blue and the white, but what do you think I should do with it? I don't know. I do like the all blue bonnet, so I'm a bit stuck on that one. But so as always, guys, please, if you haven't already liked this video, please give it a like, and also subscribe to Saving Salvage if you haven't already, for plenty more content to come. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. And also remember to go buy your VXR tickets, and I'm obviously taking a week off now, so I'll see you in a week or so. Cheers, guys.